Hello, 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 fellow teachers. So glad you're here today. Today we're talking pandemic pedagogy. This is a reflective video journal vlog, if you will. It's for me to reflect on my teaching practice and also share with my fellow teachers. And it is also for a graduate class to reflect on what I'm learning in the graduate class and apply it to my class as well. So I picked the picture of the cookie cutouts because it's just a reminder that we're teaching in a time of trauma, and we can't exactly be cookie cutouts right now. We have to think of innovative ways to teach and share our practices with one another. And now is a time, especially to reinvent education and how we teach. So I want to look at it from a special education viewpoint and share what I'm learning along the way with you. All right. So I wanted to talk about one of the issues that comes up in our group a lot is the moderation. I call it the moderation debacle. A lot of people don't really know exactly what to do when they're moderating, and so I wanted to share a little bit about that with you. This year I'm teaching virtual special education, and I love teaching virtually. I'm thankful I can teach virtual at this time especially. Class size is an issue with the influx of students that are coming into special education virtually. In general education as well, one of the kindergarten teachers said that she had about 50 students in her kindergarten class, and that's a lot to teach virtually, a 1 to 50 ratio. Special education, we typically have a caseload of 28 per ed code where we live. However, since the influx of students, we're also co-monitoring other classes as well for our grade. So that jumped up to about 186 students that we're each responsible for. So we're juggling it this season, that's for sure. Digital co-teaching compared with moderation. I'm going to talk more about digital co-teaching at another time with my friend. We did a presentation on that as well. And also wanted to talk about digital co-teaching is definitely different than moderation. One of the key differences is with digital co-teaching, there should be time for co-planning as well. And with moderation, moderators can be passive. A lot of moderators don't know their role. So we're trying to define those roles right now in our groups. For example, creating breakout rooms, labeling breakout rooms, monitoring the chat, calling parents if a student doesn't show. So we're still figuring out our roles as moderators. Also wanted to talk about groups versus teams. In my graduate class, we were talking about this as well. Groups versus teams. They say that no more than 6 people per a team is an effective team. They call it design teams where I'm taking my classes. And so when we're looking at our small groups, we don't want to have it more than 6 if possible per breakout room. One of the strategies that's working well for me is doing the literature circle model, where we do have roles in our small groups. And then you also want to rotate those roles to go ahead and give everybody the opportunity to to uh, to see what it's like to be in that role. And and also students pay attention when they're like, oh, I'm going to be the captain next, so I better pay attention to what the captain's doing, or the timekeeper, or the art connector. So you want to rotate those roles as well, so everyone has a turn to see themselves in a new light and to contribute to a different way in the group. All right, and then I also wanted to talk about, whoopsies, I skipped ahead. So I also wanted to talk about the phases of teaching. And Ellen Morse proposes phases for first-year teachers. And so you'll see the trajectory of teaching as the school years go along. And I just wanted to propose with that, during this pandemic, we are all kind of like first-year teachers teaching during this pandemic. right now in October, November is a stage of disillusionment. We're all kind of just just trying to do our best to stay afloat and to be the best teachers we can for our students as well. Um, and then we're juggling other things as well. But we're plugging away. We're trying to encourage one another, and we know we'll get through this season as well. All right, all right. And then the next one, I wanted to share the meme of the week. Oh, I cut off part of the message, but it says level of self-care, and that's Ellie from The Office, and she says, "I'm having candy for dinner." And one of my hobbies lately is watching the teacher memes. At the end of the week, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need a little comic relief," and I just love that. So that was from We Are Teachers, and I wanted to share. Trying to be mindful to take care of myself as well during this season. But I just wanted to share a little bit about what's going on. I'm going to keep making little video vlogs and share with you guys. And hope you guys are having a wonderful week and take care. Bye.